What's wrong? Mom? Who's that? Go back.
I walked down the hallway and on the wall inside the room, I saw a painting of the demon nun. But then the record player suddenly turned on. I reached out to shut it off, and at that exact moment every door and window slammed shut. A strange shadowy figure moved behind the painting, and a pair of withered hands reached out of thin air and grabbed the frame. The demon nun raised her hand and pointed to the side. The wall panels on that side instantly shattered. My husband appeared out of nowhere, but his chest was pierced straight through by sharp wooden planks. I suddenly snapped awake and realized I was still sitting on the couch. Next to me was my daughter staring at me with concern. The Bible in my hands was a complete mess, covered in strange symbols that made no sense. A few days later, a priest from the church showed up with a strange tape and found my husband and me, who specialize in paranormal cases. A tape started playing with the voice of an old man, but the source of that voice was an 11-year-old girl. Her family was being tormented by supernatural events. But for certain reasons, the church could not step in, so the priest hoped we could help. After hearing that, we left overnight and arrived at the client's house the next day. The house was in total chaos. The room where the hauntings first started was covered in crosses of all sizes, but none of them worked. A TV crew had come to investigate once. When the youngest daughter, Jenny, was being interviewed, she suddenly spoke in the voice of an old man.
You don't belong here. This is my home. Get out now.
After Jenny regained consciousness, she ran out before the interview even ended. That night, the mother and her children were too scared to go home. A kind neighbor took the whole family in, but no one expected that late that night. Something terrifying would happen again. Jenny's younger brother was still awake when he heard the neighbor's dog ringing the bell at the door. Curious, he walked over to check, but then the dog beside him suddenly began to transform.
Calm down and just tell me what happened. What is he? I don't know. I think he's been walking around.
The shadow of the monster drew closer and closer, but what stepped in front of them was the possessed Jenny. An old man's voice came out of her mouth. After one furious roar, her body went limp and she passed out. I found Jenny and asked her what happened.
It said it wants to hurt you.
When did it say that?
Right now.
Following the rules of an exorcism, the first thing we needed to do was understand the details of the haunting. I had Jenny hold a mouthful of water, then sit in the corner on the small couch where someone had died. My husband tried to communicate with the spirit.
So what do you think, Bill? We've given you your privacy. Now come on out.